I spent so much of my life believing that resilience was the ability to just keep going, to be able to cope with everything that life threw at me no matter what and keep showing up. That meant lots of suppressed emotions, pushing down and burying the true feelings that I had in my life, and eventually led to a place where I had a breakdown in my mid-20s. Literally the day before I reached the stage where I wanted to take my own life, people would have told you that I was brave, courageous, resilient. People would congratulate me and talk about how they wish they could be more like me because I seem to be able to take everything on without being affected. I'll be forever grateful for a weekend that I had with my children that changed everything for me. And since then, I've been able to go on and understand that resilience is the ability to understand exactly what I'm feeling, know what I need as a result, and then be able to communicate that. Quite often, our point of resilience feels like the point of failure. Reaching out for help can be the most resilient thing that we do. I have delivered personal resilience workshops to a number of different organizations, from the corporate sector to the fire service, right down into primary schools. And more recently, I've created my Resilience Webcast. This can be broken down into 4 sections. The first section, we bust some of those myths around resilience. So we look at what resilience is and what resilience isn't. I break down the idea that resilience is just to keep going, to keep showing up, to keep pushing through. And we look at the idea of being able to bend and distort while still returning to our original form, and perhaps sometimes stronger. The second part, I look at the internal barometer, which is steeped in the idea of authenticity. Understanding what I'm feeling, knowing what I need as a result of what I'm feeling, and then being able to communicate that within my activities and my relationship. We look at some of the things around triggers, understanding the impact of triggers on us, what our triggers look and feel like, and just reconnecting with our bodies to understand those emotional signals. The third part is the framework, and that is the 4A framework. That's to acknowledge, accept, alter, and act. This is a framework that I've come up with that's simplistic in nature, but helps us to break down our emotions so that we can move through them and grow stronger as a result. And then the 4th section is where we look at a well-being toolkit. This is something to give delegates to go away and think about, things that they can build in their life to be proactive in their approach to being resilient. The more we look after our well-being, the more opportunity we have to build into our resilience. I've been fortunate enough to deliver this webcast now internationally with lots of different types of groups and organizations. Each session can have up to 100 delegates in it, and there's time for interaction as well as some takeaways and pamphlets that people can go away and build upon their resilience. This is about challenging us to understand what resilience means to us, and to be able to go away and have the conversations and the internal work that's going to help us build on our internal resilience.